What's up, everybody? We're going to be looking at this one particular video from Jeffrey Pang. I hope I'm saying that right. My lifelong dream to own a Porsche 911. I did subscribe to him and I did like the video, so let's get into it. And as y'all can see, we got Doug DeMiro with the Porsche that I gotta watch. He posted that 10 hours ago, then I need to watch this video here, so let's do it. I am a Porsche fan and all that. I love Porsche. I do have a Porsche 944, and yeah, I'm planning on getting that thing back on the road and stuff. So every time I look at a Porsche, I'm like, yeah, I need to work on my car and all that. So I do need to find the time, but you know, time and stuff be moving so fast, but just gotta find the time. Weekends don't feel like weekends no more. Weeks are just flying by so freaking fast.
Porsche unveiled the very first 911. Unknowingly, his modest creation would change my life forever. From the raw air-cooled legends of the 1970s, the Group 4 monsters that dominated rally racing, to the fire-breathing 935 that terrorized Le Mans, Porsche was truly unstoppable. And you might believe that these are the reasons why I think the 911 is the greatest car of all time. But it goes a bit deeper than that, because all of this, well, it involves my dad. The year was 1976, and my dad just arrived in Canada all the way from Hong Kong. He didn't have much, but clearly he was a free spirit. He was traveling all over North America with no plans and no money to his name. He was working random restaurant jobs just to get by, and back then you could live a pretty good life doing that.
Main Street 做個 camera 好。
But deep down, he knew he loved two things: taking photos and cars. And during the span of 10 years, by some miracle of sheer will, he was eventually able to combine those things into what many would consider a dream profession.
Let me know if y'all love taking pictures and all that. I think photography is so beautiful and all that. I feel like you taking the photos and all that and having the photo in your hand, it could unlock so many memories, especially when you go back like a few years later. Say if you have like a whole stack of pictures, especially being a photographer, and you go back, man, I know a lot of memories will be unlocked. But photography is so beautiful, man. It's so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. It just highlights the thing that you're taking a picture of. Picture yourself with families, anything, you know.
He worked as an international photojournalist covering a motorsports event you might be familiar with. Let me show you guys what I'm actually talking about. Because this wasn't just any event. This event was so significant that it would redefine a generation of automotive entertainment. And my dad was hired to preserve this incredible era of racing history. This was Formula One in the late 80s, what many enthusiasts now consider the golden era of Formula One. Cars making over 1,200 horsepower with little to no regards in safety standards. These drivers were cutthroat and fearless. And those standards also applied to media people like my dad. He had full access to areas of the track, access to team pits during the race, photographing only meters away from global motorsport legends like Ayrton Senna. He had access to areas that would now be completely off limits due to safety, inches away from cars driving over 300 kilometers per hour. And because of this, his work was featured on the covers of magazines. Many of these absolutely stunning photos taken on film were published internationally for a magazine located in Hong Kong. And not only that, his basement is full of photos that have never even made it to the public eye. Even his merchandise collection feels like something that should belong in a museum. But it wasn't just Formula One. He covered local events like IMSA and Trans Am and the early days of the Toronto Indy. So, because of all of this, you could say my dad knew a thing or two about cool cars. When he finally made some money, he bought a first generation Golf GTI, which, of course, he wrote an article on. That's him and my mom. Then it was this EF Civic on Momo wheels. How cool is that? But the car at the top of his list was always the legendary Porsche 911, what he thought was the pinnacle of motorsports engineering well before I was born. His passion for journalism and Porsche even pushed him to write directly to the engineering team in Stuttgart about the newly released 959. Our house was always plastered with the newest 911 catalogs or posters he could get his hands on. So it was only normal that
kills bugs fast. Wow, it looks so freaking good. Turbo. Man, something about the older Porsches. The newer Porsches cool and all, but something about the older Porsches, the body lines of them and all that is just so significant, man. So significant. Y'all give me a second. Porsche 911 right here. I need to put this thing together. I got this last Christmas. Porsche 911. Man, this could be a Targa. But I want to share that with y'all real quick.
when I was born, I liked cars, and not just any car. It was always the 911.
The 996, 911. These wheels are my favorite. I'm actually thinking about putting these wheels on the 944. But man.
As an impression.
And nobody didn't like the headlights, but I think the headlights are pretty cool. I feel like I just like them. You know, they call them what, runny egg or whatever. I love it. I love the headlights. I love how they did it. I see they have a newer Porsche that have a similar style like this, but it have like a vent opening. But I might have to talk about that like at a later time.
Little kid, I wanted to be like my dad, and I wanted a 911 like my dad. It was genuinely all I could think of. Here's me in our family friend's 911 Speedster. As a kid, I wanted to own a 911, and 24 years later, I kept that promise to myself, sold everything I owned, and bought the cheapest 911 I could find, a Project 1974 air-cooled G-body. For the first time, there was now a 911 in the family. But I learned very quickly the realities of buying a project car that was almost 50 years old. The rear quarter paint was peeling from a botched repair job. The interior was disgusting, and worst of all, the rust. As these older 911s sat unwanted, battery acid would leak right over the front torsion rod, causing severe rust issues, and mine was the worst case scenario. There was nothing left of the front end. I spent every cent I had on buying this thing, so if I wanted to fix it, I had to do it myself. I spent a good 2 years rebuilding the car from the ground up. I re-welded the entire front structure to repair the rust. I restored all the hardware, refinished the gas tank. I learned how to rebuild the transmission, reupholster the entire interior. I even learned how to fix the paint. And when I was finished, I daily drove this thing. I had finally built my dream car.
Hey man, he did good. He did good.
But then suddenly, I watched the prices of these cars skyrocket into oblivion, and to be honest, it became less fun. Websites like Bring a Trailer emerged, and the writing was on the wall. The 911 wasn't just a car me and my dad bonded over. Air-cooled 911s were the next hot thing.
$210,000 for that.
The 911 wasn't just a
It was
sports
very
car
sought
anymore,
after
but
and
to
all
some, it was speculative art. Even parts became 5 times more expensive compared to when I first got the car. Could I even afford to fix the engine anymore if something happened? The 3.2 Carrera engine in my 911 alone now sells for 25 grand. I bought the whole damn car for less than half of that. As life got busy, I stopped going to car shows with my dad. And well, the Porsche, it just sat there. When I moved to Japan, it sat in the garage for years. But for me, no matter what car I drove, I knew deep down I was a hardcore 911 guy. I mean, I was born into this. So for the first time in nearly 4 years, I'm going to stop letting the price of this car scare me. And not only that, I think it's time to rekindle some of those old memories with my dad. The first thing I needed to do before trying to drive this car again was to change the oil. Since all air-cooled 911s are dry sump engines from factory, they all have 2 drain plugs. Then I installed a fresh filter and filled it up with new oil. I charged up the battery the night before, and after priming the engine, I expected it to start right up. But of course, it's never that simple. I guess that's why most people don't leave their cars sitting for 4 years. It's funny because this car has always started first try. The next morning, I tried to diagnose the issue. I couldn't hear the fuel pump prime at all, so I thought it was a relay issue, but it wasn't getting any power. But then I figured it out. There's a little spade connector and I forgot to put it on, and that's literally it. With that embarrassingly simple fix taken care of, it fired right up. Oh my god! It was smoky. Like, really, really smoky. Something was right. I pulled the car back in and oil was dripping everywhere. But I quickly figured out it was just a loose oil fitting. I tightened it back up and we were back in business. After double checking the oil pressure and temperatures, everything checked out and I took it for its first drive. Being such an old car, it felt foreign at first, but once I realized I didn't just blow up a $25,000 engine, all of the good memories came flooding back. Oh man, I don't know why 911's just air-cooled always just makes me feel a certain way that no other car makes me feel. Like, I don't get it. Oh my god, this car is so good! But there was still one person who I wanted to experience this car with, which was my dad. This is forged. Yeah.
真係啊
Yeah.
一件打出嚟㗎
Yeah.
No
It's made in Germany.
Really
After we got some food, we headed to our next destination.
It's really dope.
Although there were no auto shows going on, I found the next best thing. We finally made it. The Porsche dealership. They had this incredible 911 GT3 on display for an eye-watering price. They also had this really cool Cayenne Turbo, which my dad, being
I always thought the Cayennes was really pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, like probably like a year, maybe 2 ago, I was looking at these Cayennes because I wanted to do like a off-road build, or I was considering doing the off-road build. But I mean, they from Facebook Market, they pretty available in my area and all that. So I'm like, it might be something cool to do one day. Might just need to out and do it. But I always love these off-road Cayennes and all that. I normally see these around in my area. I seen like a lime green one, and then a black one before with like some gold spec wheels. It was very nice and all that. So seeing these type of builds like up close is like really pretty cool and stuff.
a motorsports fan.
But then this crazy thing about it, you can buy it from factory too. Now, being that they selling it at the dealership, and it's in Toronto.
Recognize the OZ wheels immediately.
It's beautiful rich. Yeah, that's what I thought.
We also found the section we could afford.
This is the cheapest 911 you can get.
We're gonna get like 6 of those lockdown levels on there.
And my dad even recognized some of the legendary cars he has photographed before.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. Keep the race record faster than the Formula One car. Because most swap in Formula One 77.
After we realized
It's so unique to like share experience like with your father. Like this, it's pretty cool. It's really pretty dope. Father, mother, or anybody that you really close with that y'all like bonded over something, especially like cars, is really pretty cool. To spend time with each other and enjoy the masterpiece, which is this Porsche 911 right here. And what adds cherry on top, you just spending memories, and you just making more memories and spending it with the car.
we couldn't afford anything except the free Porsche branded water, we went to a bakery and got some cake for my mom. And finally, we visited a few of my friends in the area who shoot a lot of film photography. My dad, of course, talked to them about his past career as a photographer.
Thanks for coming by. It's in my parents' hands.
Yeah, I really love it.
Right off in the sunset again.
Nice.
My dad never ended up owning a 911, and he ultimately gave up motorsports journalism just before I was born because, to be honest, at the time, it just didn't pay the bills. He knew if he continued, it would be really hard to have a family. So once me and my sister were born, he made the decision to ultimately give that dream up and started a Chinese restaurant instead for the chance that our family could live a better life. I often wonder though, where would my dad be if he didn't give up shooting Formula One? What would he be doing now? Like all father and son relationships, me and my dad have our differences, but for 33 years of my life, the 911 has always been the topic that somehow brought us closer together. And for that reason, it is why the 911 will always be, at least to me, the greatest car of all time.
The body and all that, man. Let's look at it. Anyway, guys, this is going to be pretty much it. Y'all let me know your thoughts down below. I think this was a really cool video. Make sure y'all go and check it out. Check this guy out. I already subscribed to you, and I like the video. So subscribe to him. Man, drive your car while you can. Just any car, whenever you get a chance. Drive the car and all of that, especially if you know you have made memories with it. Drive it. Man, it's crazy. A 911 is my dream car, possibly like the 996 one. That's really my dream one. I already got a 944, so if I can get me a 911, that'd be really pretty cool. But the 944, yeah, work in progress and all. But anyway, I'll see y'all, man. Before y'all know it, January is going to be here. It's going to be 2026. So, hey, man, I see y'all. Peace.